guys. This is the last section of the tutorial, and I'm showing you how I do my bass sounds. As I mentioned in the first tutorial section, I have this working project, and this is just a synth project, and I just loaded some synths for you. I really like to use the Synth 1, which is a free synth, then the Surge by Vemba Audio, and the FMA, of course. I'm trying to get rid of the massive synth, because I think it's been like rinsed. And as soon as you use like this, the insert effects like this stereo expander and shit like that, you kind of hear it's massive. So I'm trying to avoid it. And yeah, let me show you how I set up my bass project here. Basically, those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 synths are routed into this group, which says Synth 1. Got some inserts in here. I'm gonna show it to you later. And this Synth 1 group got like a send effect here, which is like room and stereo widener and shit like that. And this group and this send effect goes into this group. It's called all. There's another few plugins to control the whole signals, but I'll show you all the stuff in detail now. So let's have a look at the first synth here. It's a basic resound I did. It's made in Synth 1. You can see it's this thingy here. And it's like a really basic resound. I don't want to go too much into how I made this preset because I think you can, Google it or YouTube it. Hang on. Yeah, there are a lot of tutorials how to make resounds and shit. I don't want to cover that because it has been like rinsed. I just show you how I treat this sound, alright? Let me just turn off all the inserts here on the group, on the master, and all the send effects. So you hear, it's like a really, really basic resound. So let me turn on all the things here again, so you can see what it does basically. And then I'll walk through the channel step by step. So in this actual instrument here, I got a FabFilter Q, which says, okay, I took out a little bit of the low end information here because I will layer a sub later. For now, I just, I EQ'd out the low end here. Then I said, okay, I don't know if you know, but this FabFilter Pro can be used as a mid-side EQ or left-right EQ. And in this section, I just low cut the whole stereo information here, about 250 Hertz or something. So that means that after below this low cut, there's no more stereo information here, which means this information here is just mono. So that's kind of cool. Yeah, and this thing also just makes, that makes no sense at all. This thing right here just makes everything under this cut-off frequency mono. But yeah, so basically this whole resound is quite mono in here. But then here's the first send effect I put on. You can hear it gets louder automatically and gets like a little bit more phasey. So you could also like automate this amount of send, which is pretty cool. Let's have a look at the send. Sorry guys, where is it? Add on 2, it's here. So this is the actual send balls, which is the mono maker again. So everything under 200 Hertz is mono. Then I stereo enhanced it, but in this case I I didn't widen it. I made it more narrow, so more mono, because I don't want the send effect to be too stereo-ish. I put up the low frequencies again, and the third step, I put up this camel audio, camel fat thingy. Well, I think there's like random settings here, you know, see big crush, distortion, compression. Actually, I don't think you'll need that. Let me just turn this off. This is crap. Yeah, sounds alright. So again, without the send, it's like more quiet and not as crisp. So that makes sense. And as you see, this is directly routed into this group here. We have another chain of inserts. And now again, this mono maker thingy. Again, a stereo enhancer, which is not enhancing, but like, you know, narrowing it a little bit. A slightly room. I really like this reverb. It's classic. I think it's called Classic Studio Reverb. Yeah, Classic Studio Reverb. It's pretty sick. Just to give it, you know, a little bit of widening. Maybe you think, okay, what is he talking about? He's like making it mono, making it more mono, and then widening it. I don't have this like certain setup, which is like, okay, you have to put this plugin in the first thing here, then this here, this here. I'm just messing around with sounds until it sounds alright, you know. So don't get like too much thinking about what you do, especially when it comes to bass sound design, you know. Just, you know, load plugins, load synths, you play around with it, you know what I mean? Don't get too educational and too much thoughts about the physics behind this stuff. In the end, it just matters that the bass sounds fat, right? So this is just the way how I do it. I'm just playing around with stuff, having in mind like some physical treatment, like, you know, the whole mid-side EQing thing, which is important, I guess. But the rest, the whole effect section is like, you know, not randomly, but I think you know what I mean, like play around with shit until it sounds cool. So here again, the camel fat, and I think I did some automation on this filter here. Let's have a look. Let's play this melody. Yeah, you see. So the mix is also like 50-50 dry wet. So if you go in more, it would be like bleeding everything here, which you don't want. So just go to like 50-50 or something, so the original information is still there. But you get some kind of movement in your synth. So this is this chain. As you see, another tubing, saturation and shit. Here's a notch filter, which is like, yeah, you know, notch filters like this. Yeah. So, yeah, and in the last section, again, I took out all the side information of the low end, because we have this send here. Oh, hang on, sorry. This send here. And we don't want it to be like too much stereo-ish. And yeah, this group and the send goes into this channel, which is all where just, yeah, some EQing again, the same mid-side thing, and like some dots where you feel, okay, don't want this information too much here. This is like randomly, depends on which key you play in your keyboard. You should take out some frequencies which like are annoying your ears or something. The next one, another camel fat. You see there's like, okay, there's literally nothing here, so this is like useless. And in the last section I have this EQ, this compressor, which you see it's like really heavy settings. I use this because we have this original sound here and like 2 sense effects coming in. So the thing is, sometimes I automate the send as well. So you can see it gets more quiet and more loud. And I'm trying with the compressor here to, you know, kind of keep the same level and make like kind of heavy bass sausage. So this is just to you know, compress all these informations like this. In total, it's like 3 or 4 channels together. So that's a step. Well, So this is like the setup how I wrote those synths. And it works for me. So let me show you how I work then with this synth. I doubled this one and just kept in the mono information. So this is just the bass signal. So if you play those two together, you have now more bass information, which is cool. So you can control everything. Another thing you could do is like double the actual mid information again. Like take this and oh shit, just take this and put it up like an octave, and then like 3 semitones. So get kind of chord thing here, which hopefully sounds alright now. You get the twist. You get like some chordish thing going on, so you can do that as well. Doesn't sound too good now, but I think you get the idea. So you can see here in this copy instant, it goes into the same groups basically. What I did is just, you know, cut off the whole high information. Yeah, that's it. Furthermore, here's another synth one. It's kind of nasty synth. Sounds kind of heavy. This is one FM synth I did. So that's just certain keys, certain spots with this setup where the where the bass sound actually sounds good. But you see, this is like, let me show you the spectrum. Good. Here it is. Where is it here? Oh, you see, there's like a lot of frequencies like weirdly going on. I think I tuned this one for the tune here in F. If you go on F sharp, it sounds horrible already. This is G, but there's some, yeah, actually some nice spots in here. Let me show you the sound without any plugins. This and this and this, and mute all the sends here and here. So you see, it's like a shitty sounding square thing with slight frequency modulation. You have like this crackling on top, which makes it sounding cool after I put on some distortion. That's already good. And going through my 3 channels and activating all the sends. It sounds kind of heavy. So yeah, that's Synth 1. Actually, it's like really sick plugin. It's for free. It's really old, but it really works for me. And you literally can load like, I don't know, like 100 instances of this synth, and your CPU is still like 0%. So it's like really cool. Another synth I like is the Surge from Vember Audio. It's a really easy synth to learn. It's really basic. This is also an FM synth I did. Basically, it's a pad preset from a tune by myself. So it would be like more of a pad. I just set like the filters cool. But in this case, you know, I just disable all the reverb. So it's dry signal. I really like this around here where it's like some kind of plasticky, you know what I mean? I think really wicked sound. Again, the whole chain here. Okay, I have like this compressor here, which is basically like pumping sound. No difference at all. Okay, this EQ does nothing. Again, some camel fats. Again, some fab filter taking out the low end. Same shit, different synth. Here I doubled it, and I think this one is like an octave higher. Yeah, exactly. So this is also a thing you can do. Just double your synth and pitch it up an octave or pitch it down an octave, and so you get like nice overtones. Again, you could try this chordish thing here. Just go up a 3, 5, or 7, for instance. Doesn't sound too good with this one either, but yeah. And now you can draw like your automations in here as well. This is the one knob I showed you before. So, you know, just randomly be like weird with automation and shit. So you will see, come on. You will see this camel fat here is now filtering. And if you got with a mix, you see that? Yeah, but you don't want that. You don't want the sound to be completely like faded out. So this is the surge synth. I can talk it through with you like quickly. You have three oscillators here. Let me just load a new one. It's easier. Hang on. Instrument surge. So this is the initial sound. So you have 3 oscillators here. Pretty straightforward. You can swap your oscillator here. You also have a wicked wavetable. Make it like random sounds. Yeah, you can switch through your 3 oscillators over here. You can enable and disable them here in the mixer section. Then you have this filter configuration where you can say, okay, I want to have FM, so oscillator 2 is modulating oscillator 1, oscillator 3 is modulating oscillator 2, which is oscillating, hang on. You can say no FM or FM where oscillator 2 is modulating oscillator 1, or oscillator 3 is modulating oscillator 2, which is modulating oscillator 1, or both oscillator 2 and oscillator 3 are modulating oscillator 1. So you can go wicked here. This is the depth of FM you can adjust here. This is how the filter is routed. You know, if you like a feedback or something like that, you can do the ring and shit. So it's really straightforward, and you can see what you're doing basically, which is really cool. So you just click here, click it through, and yeah, you can see everything. You have 2 filters, one over here, one over here. You can route the oscillators from your mixer into these filters. You can go into 1, into 2, or into both. Yes, you have some wave shaper here with different settings. You rinse it up. It's pretty nice. A filter envelope and an amp envelope, and this section is also kind of cool. You have like 6 LFOs, which can be like routed to every knob on the synth. Really, really cool synth, and really easy to use. So that's it about the surge. Let me show you the next synth I really like. It's the FMA. I really love the FMA. It's really, it's not an easy synth to learn. It took me quite a while to figure out some patches I did. You see, I always save like my patches. So if you make a tune, you just go back and, you know, play around. So this one, this is long. quite a phased thing here. Yeah, you see. We could put this into a filter, but I want to have it like going completely wet into the output, so there's no filtering here from the actual FMA. And I did another FMA preset, which is like kind of stabby. Yeah, I get the idea. And here I prepared it going through a filter as well, so you can go like this. Oh shit. It would be like already kind of sweet percussion sound. So I'll just open a filter. So you can do a lot of shit with FM8, man. It's unbelievable. So let me just go here again. There's the whole signal. And yeah, as I said earlier, I don't want to, go into the whole FM thing. It's like, yeah, just play around with it or just go on YouTube and watch it through. You can follow tutorials here. I just want to show you how I desound my bass sounds. So the idea with this sound was I want to have this sound and this sound combined. Just play some random notes here. This one is like, yeah, pitching, and this one is just, like bumping around. And now I said, okay, every time this FMA is like has a peak and is like stabbing, this FMA should be side chained. So play together. It already sounds kinda together, you know what I mean? So this would be something what I would bounce right now, you see? And then furthermore process it like as an audio file. And I'd say let's do that. And I'll show you how I treat those audio files then. So let me just bounce this thing for you. Let's call it tutorial 1 audio file, audio track. And maybe let's bounce the other sounds as well. They were pretty cool. Yeah, let's export that too. Oh shit, sorry. And this first bit. Yeah. Tutorial 3. So now I would save those sounds, make like more different versions, like another note. It depends what kind of track you're aiming for. Making like, I don't know, 5 to 10 versions of those sounds and bounce it out like it did here. And then just solo this one, the first one. So this is our bounce sound. Let me just normalize it. Here we go, make it louder. So this first bass sound is already kind of cool. Here's some tricks to process your files audio-wise. I would duplicate this and say, okay, the second signal is going to be up an octave, but with a time correction, with a time stretch, not with a real-time pitch. Because if you would pitch it up like real-time, your sample would be like shorter. You don't want that. You just want to have, you pitch it up with this effect, so you get like some overtones which are like randomly and kind of weird. So you're gonna sound like shit basically, because it's not a real-time pitch, it's an effect pitch, so it's gonna sound like weird. Hang on. Yeah, you see. But I'm aiming for this frequency spectrum right here. So I'm just taking out the low end. Let's see. Yeah, I don't want to have this section right here. Actually, we can take out a low cut. It's kind of distorted as well. But you won't hear that played together with the other one. So you can hear this kind of resonancy, weird spots around here. I think you get it. This is the normal signal, and this is like with the overtones. What you could do now is like double the already doubled signal again and say, okay, I want to pitch this one by just two cents right here. So now those two sounds are going to be like phasing as balls. Now you hear that? It's kind of nice effect, so you just turn one a little bit more quiet. So you have a slightly phasing on your overtone material here, and then yeah, so it's widened, you see. What I do now is like, okay, make those a little bit more quiet and already bounce it again. So that would be like for a naming convention to 1 layer 1, because this is the source of the sound, and so I can find it in my samples, take the same name and underscore, okay, it's layered, or it's like, you know, pitched, whatever. Just you have to find a naming a naming thing for you guys. So, but yeah, keep in mind which sound is the original sound. So yeah, then I basically, yeah, just mute those, or, you know, keep it in a folder as bounced and never open it up again. But if you end up with your sound becoming shit at some point, you can always skip back, because you have like this numbered thing going on. So it's just, this is kind of cool to do. Yeah, so now you could take this sound, which is already, yeah, like weird, normalize it again. You know, just play around, just take a few bits here, for example, and I don't know, make him like as an audio file here, so just replace them. So the information which was here is like deleted now, so the sample is like a standalone sample now. And I don't know, like try some weird stuff, like time stretch it as balls, and it gets some weird effects. Let's have a look how this sounds. Yeah. Sounds like shit. Okay. What else could you do? Hang on. Yeah, I really like this actually kick kind of character here. So it just, you know, makes some kind of groove going on here. And then what you could do is like load another camel fat. Load your thing. Why is nothing on here? Alright. Then take a notch filter, for instance. Alright. Yeah, and then make like a cutoff ramp down or up, whatever you want, with like 1 bar. And then you get some movement. There you can see here in the frequency range where the notch is actually going down. So you can make it like more narrow. Here you can see the notch here, right? So what I would do now is like doubling this till here. Actually, maybe it's cooler to just double this groove here. So there's like a triplet going on. Maybe you could like use the camel fat and make it like more slow, like 2 bars. So you can see it's like a long filter. Maybe have it go up and down. So you can hear the filter. I can show it to you as well. So you can see like where it sweeps. Where is it? Yeah, here, going down, going up, going down. So I would bounce this right now as well. Okay, this is to 1 layer 2. and looped. So bounce this, and then you load this sample into a sampler. For instance, you could use the contact, which I really like. Contact, yeah, let's take the 16 outputs. Oh, you don't use it because we have just one sound. But come on, load up. Do it. Yeah, here it is. So what you do now is looking for your sound, which was tutorial looped. Exactly. I have it here. And then, yeah, this is the key. So what you do is you're setting like a loop. What is our tempo here? I forgot. Sorry. Whoops. 172. This is good. You say your grid to 172 and make a loop. And where is it looping? Here. And now you can make like pitch modulations like big. Go on tempo sync here and like, you know. So you can make like an actual mid-range out of bass step sound. So that's kind of cool, I guess. They can go like, this is like the loop area, so it's gonna be like some fade in, pitching it up, pitching it down, pitching it up, pitching it down, pitching it up. So this is how this works. You can see that. And then if you're like super funky and cool, you could layer like, I don't know, a chord sound or something. And just record that. Let's take another surge, for instance, and make like a nice chord. You have to go on poly mode, obviously. Take a square, take a sawtooth as well, and play like it's kind of nice. So you just take this chord. Where is it? Here. So that's a 5. Hang on. Maybe give it like a filter sweep or something. So those two are going to both filters, and I want both to go into filter 1. I do like this notch. So we use this LFO to make like this curve here. It's too fast. Just look. That sounds alright. Actually, you know what? We want the second filter here as well. So we just take a little low pass. Yeah. Maybe take on some reverb. On sound effect 1, that's alright. Some reverb, like what we're gonna take, hall. Looking for a nice chord here. That's kind of nice. Let's take this chord. Let's make like a short note here. That's alright. Let's bounce this to. Oh, yeah, mix down loop. Oh, that's a new one. It's tutorial 4. Hope I'm not wrong. Let's name it chord. Audio track. And now you go to your, well, oops, where is it? Contact again, where you have your thingy going on. And then you just, okay, balls have to go up here and again, tutorial 4 chord. So you just You hear that? I just loaded the sound. So what you're gonna do is like load similar settings with the same grid and the same loop. So in this case, let me have a look. We have like in 16th, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh fuck. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, it's 3 times 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's take 1. So you wanna loop this section, for instance, and then play those sounds together. This is our bass sound. Here's our chord, and then like make it longer. Make sure it's sort of, and then. You have to mix it like better. It sounds like crap. There you go. But I think you get the idea. Just layering sounds like this, so you can give like. You can give like some overtones and some characteristics to like one of your synths. So this is also a method you could use. And then I would bounce it again and, you know, put it through some camel fat or Saturn saturation or, you know, whatever. Just distort it and make it sound original. And yeah. Yeah, there's some tips I can give you. But basically, here's an advice for you guys. Don't think too much about how Noisia does it or how, I don't know, Skrillex does it. Just find a way for yourself to have fun, to make sounds, and just play around and don't try to copy like too much. You know what I mean? I don't want to have like this exact mouthy bass line like Skrillex does or something. Just try to learn your synths or learn your samplers, learn your instruments, so you know what they're capable of doing, and then just spend a lot of time with the synth or the sampler. And I bet you guys you will come up with your own strategy to make sounds within a few weeks or months. It's just it's all about spending time with the instrument and learning the instrument. And yeah, and for me especially, as you've seen in the tutorial, I really like to engineer sounds on their own, and then using them as my own samples and writing tunes then. Yeah, this is how I do it. I hope the whole thing was kind of helpful for you guys, and sorry again for me missing out on the actual Bristol thing, but I think I was able to show you even more here and more in detail than I would be like on the stage, on the screen and shit. So if you've got any questions for the tutorial, just drop me an email or on Facebook or something. And yeah, I hope you kind of enjoyed it. And yeah, speak to you soon. Tschüss, auf Wiedersehen, ciao.